Hello guys, it's your boy LOZA. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, nearly 6 a.m. now, but I have to show you this amazing replay I've just got. So as you know, on Master Duel there is an XYZ festival, and in this format, a lot of the meta decks are banned, like Pot of Extravagance is also banned, and your extra deck can only contain XYZ cards. So I thought, let's look at this card. Yup, Fire Prison is not banned. So I got thinking, what can I do to abuse this card? How can I make someone rage quit? So normally in my replays, it's me playing Dark Magician in ranked against meta. Well, now we're in the XYZ tournament, and you can see my hand is full of degeneracy. Speaking of degeneracy, I activate Pot of Duality. Guys, what does Pot of Duality do? It means I'm not special summoning for the turn. What does my absolute mongoloid, chimpanzee, elephantitis looking of an opponent use? Max C. It was at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that I went, that's it. All bets are off the table. I have to mess with this guy. He's clearly some sort of caveman from Ungus Bungus Yu-Gi-Oh town. So I'm gonna take him down to LOZA town. Now we are gonna hit the fast forward because this is a very long duel. My life points are at 8,000. That number is going to go down, and then it's gonna go up a little bit. So he's playing some sort of Odd Eyes absolute pendulum mess. And look, while Odd Eyes is a cool archetype and all, ow, my life points. While Odd Eyes is cool and all, I'm just going to deck thin with Thunder Dragons, play Pot of Duality, and I'm going to find a magical card called Fire Prism, which I just showed you guys. Now, Fire Prism does say no monsters can attack except Link monsters. So that's really interesting considering we're in a format where Link monsters cannot be summoned. So anyway, here I am, drawing my whole deck, and you can see I've got a nice little flintlock set on the field, and I've drawn my shiny second one, and now the life point boosting shall occur. Morale boost gives us 1,000 life points every time we equipped an equip spell, and luckily for Flint and his brave companion Flintlock, and Flintlock 2, Flintlock says you can not once per turn equip a equip spell known as Flint to another card. And Flintlock also says that you can just keep doing that between the two of them. Well, it's more that it's not worded in a correct way to prevent something like this from happening. So as you can see, I have become the cancer that is hostage comboing people on Master Duel. Now, would I have done this to anyone? No. Would I do this to someone who max Cs after I duality? Absolutely. Wow, okay, so we have just come up to the 40k mark. Our opponent hasn't had a response yet, but he's sticking it out. So at this point, we're sitting at about 200 seconds left on our turn. Why does Master Duel give you 400 seconds for your turn? It's ridiculous. It allows shit like this to happen. I'm doing Konami a favor by showing them how terrible their system actually is. Now, if you don't know, I've been watching a lot of Distant Coda lately, and you guys probably should too. He's a really good YouTuber. So Distant Coda covers a whole range of rulings, especially those right now with Master Duel. Things like chain links can only go to 16 cards. I learned that from him. Not in normal Yu-Gi-Oh, just in Master Duel. You should definitely check out Distant Coda. So this was my kind of Distant Coda moment, right? I went, well, I really like Flintlock. I really like Fire Prison. I used to do a variation of this deck with Cauldron of the Old Man and Mystic Mine and Fire Prison, where you would just do the same thing, but with Cauldron of the Old Man. And just, most people obviously played Burn, but me and my friends called it the Heaven deck, and we would just put our life points up. The whole idea was to win in time and just kind of taunt your opponent. Pretty much just be a dick, as we're doing right here. So this is pretty much a take on that. And this build could definitely be optimized. This is just me cramming together as many rare and common cards as I could. I only crafted maybe like 9 cards to make this deck, maybe 10. I had a lot of these laying around. I crafted like Jar of Greeds, Flintlocks, and the Flint Equip Spell, and Morale Boost. So that's more than 10 cards, but you get me, like 12 cards. So it's very cheap to craft. Could definitely be optimized, but I think this is one of the best takes on the Flintlock loop. I love that it's called Flintlock, and then the card itself sets up this loop, which is essentially a lock, right? Like, it's just poetry. Like, Konami knew this card was gonna be a problem. They should have called Morale Boost frickin' Flint Boost, let's be real. This should literally, like, this has got, Diane, whatever this guy's name is. I forget his name. I'll have him on the screen, though. He's a vanilla monster. It's like Die Warrior, Graphite, I don't know, some dude. Why is he on here? Who cares about him? He's a vanilla. He doesn't need an equipped sword. Yeah, what should be on this artwork is 2 flintlocks and a flint, like wrapping them together. So we've hit over 10,000 life points. Sorry, we've hit over 100,000 life points. Alright, so we've had to pass turn, and our opponent has immediately Darkholed us. I'm sure they were waiting a very long time to do that. I was surprised they were still here. Clap, clap to them for sticking it out. I would have definitely left and hung myself, especially since this isn't ranked or anything. You get a pack for playing, like, he could have just left at any point. But here he is. He wants to summon his Odd Eyes Pendragons. He's doing it. He's living. Live your life, Cheeseburger. You're an absolute queen/king. So Cheeseburger's just slapped out a board of dragons, and we're just passing back to each other because he can't attack me and I don't have a win con. Here's the problem, guys. You're meant to play 1 Jackpot 7 so you can never deck out. I forgot to do that. Whoops. Silly me. However, I did draw Monster Reborn, which means I can bring back Flintlock, normal summon my other Flintlock, equip Flint. Now I have 2 morale boosts. You guessed it, I'm going to keep looping them. Now we're gaining double the amount of life points. The game only gave me 200 seconds, so I don't actually have as much time as you think to go through all these life point games. And I'm clicking these chain links as quick as I can. I'm like clicking Flintlock, and then Flintlock's, you got to pick the second effect. I'm clicking that, and then you got to pick Flint, and then you got to pick the other Flintlock, and then you start the combo again. So once again, shoutouts to Konami. Konami are absolute G's. They made it so every other infinite loop doesn't work like this. Every other infinite loop, whichever card's causing the loop, after 11 loops, one of the cards will just disappear. It'll just stop the loop. So that's really interesting. Distant Coded's videos will show you a bunch of interesting interactions like that if you're keen. I finally play the Regeki. I just get bored of using Flintlock. I play the Regeki and he scoops. I can't attack under Fire Prison. I don't have a way to attack either. I could set my own Fire Prison and hit him. What am I going to hit him for? 1,500 twice? Wow, clap, clap. So yeah, anyway, basically, I gained 1 billion trillion life points and made this man cry, so I'm big sorry, Cheeseburger, but also, you shouldn't have chained Max C to Pot of Duality.